So what ideas do you have for keeping young people in Duluth and moving back to Duluth?
I want to say I was proud to be selected as one of the 20 under 40 recipients from the DNT this year. When my wife and I got married, we were living in the cities, and at that point I told her, if we ever want to raise a family, I want to move back up north. I grew up in the Twin Ports, south of Superior, kind of over by Swamp Road, where they did the big home addition. When I came up here, it's about quality of life that I think makes youth want to move up here. It's what we're competing against is the Apple Valleys, the White Bear Lakes, the St. Clouds, the Rochesters. And I think a big part of it is the quality of life that we have up here, whether we're talking about the trail system, whether we're talking about the park and rec, whether we're talking about safety. So that's the main thing we got to work with as a council is the infrastructure.
I guess first and foremost, a lot of the reason why a lot of these younger generation people are leaving Duluth is the lack of jobs. There's not jobs that can support families in Duluth. I think the city of Duluth needs to have a greater focus on providing services and assistance to create and promote job growth in the area, to retain the population. And I guess, Duluth had a population of over 100,000 in the 70s. We're at 85,000 now, so we need to focus on getting more people in this area so our tax base is higher, so we don't have to pitch in so much with taxes, each person individually. Thanks.
Well, I think that's an easy answer. How do we attract young professionals to Duluth or keep our college grads here? It's a job. And, that's exactly the kind of experience I had when I was working for the state of Minnesota in economic development. I worked in cities like Rochester, even smaller towns like Owatonna that had the right attitude about growing businesses in their community. They embrace their businesses, they appreciate that they want to grow there or even locate there. And my job was to work with those cities to see that they are ready and prepared to support those businesses who are creating the jobs. They're the ones creating jobs. So whatever we can do to help businesses grow here, I know it may not be the direct role of a city councilor, but as somebody who's involved in our community, we should be leaders and embracing our businesses and doing what we can to help them grow. Because at the end of the day, they're creating the jobs, they're increasing our tax base, they're helping to provide the revenues for our services and have our families thrive as a result. So I got to stop now, but I am excited about economic development.
I actually agree with Becky Hall. We need to get jobs here. And we can actually do this if we work together with the mayor and through the rest of the council. We can actually start to bring jobs into this community. But we can do it by actually making it easier for businesses to come here, large and small. That's one of the things that I see missing is we're not doing a really good job of providing incentives for small businesses to thrive in this community. Let's also make it easier for entrepreneurs to start out here. Maybe there's some young professionals who want to start their own business in Duluth. And let's make that a little bit easier than it hasn't been in the past. How can we do that? We can do this by making the permit process easier, which we've already started on, but needs to get better. And two, we can make a more consistent development standard. Right now, small businesses have a hard time kind of navigating through our system. Let's make that a more upfront system to go through. But also on a completely different note, we can better attract people by actually promoting our great assets, such as our environment. Our trails are some of the best in the state. We got to do a better job of showing off what is so great about our city, because there are many amazing things. Thank you.
First of all, I just want to say that there are a lot of young people that stay here, and there are a lot of young people that move here, and we're very happy to live here, myself included. I have a job. So does Dan. So we have some testament to some people that are very involved in the city that are young, that came here young, and that have stayed here. And so I think that it's very, very possible. And I think that Duluth is a wonderful and welcoming place for people to come and to live. And that's why people want to stay here. When we have 11,000 college students, probably not all of them are going to be able to stay here, but they all want to. And that's really neat about our city. So if we wanted to talk about what attracts them, young professionals are looking for things like restaurants, arts, nightlife, things like that. And our city is doing a great job of promoting, of having some of those things and promoting some of those things, I think. And that's what's keeping some people here. Also, if we're going to talk at all about economic development, businesses look at the same things that families do. Quality of life in a city. If your streets are crummy, you don't have adequate police and fire protection, and you don't have adequate parks, libraries, you're not going to want to stay there. So, thank you.
A couple of years ago, I watched an event unfold here in the city when Gander Mountain decided to pack up and move on the other side of Haynes Road. And Hermantown has a 1.5% sales tax. Duluth has a 1% sales tax. But when your profit margin is in that 1 to 2% range, that 0.5% can make all the difference in the world, as well as property tax, as well as the fees, as well as the regulations. Gander Mountain could not sell things in the city of Duluth that they could sell in Hermantown, just a city block away. So they moved. So this whole business of jobs isn't really rocket science. We have to do what's best for our businesses, keep them healthy, and the jobs will be created.